This is Duke University.
So, Du Bois, this book had a very important influence on my own, I think, trajectory in terms of being interested in Reconstruction, which really began in the 10th grade in Long Beach High School, Long Beach, Long Island, where our American history teacher was Bertha Berryman, affectionately known among the students as Big Bertha. Since this is Veterans Day, that was a piece of World War I artillery, and she reminded us somehow of that. And when she got to Reconstruction, in keeping with the generally accepted view at that time, which Professor Hahn mentioned last night, she said that the Reconstruction Act of 1867, which gave the right to vote to black men in the South for the first time, was the worst law in all of American history. And I raised my hand, being an annoying little student, and said, I don't agree, Mrs. Berryman. I think the Alien and Sedition Acts were worse. And Mrs. Berryman said, well, all right, Eric, if you don't like the way I'm teaching, you come in tomorrow and you give a talk on Reconstruction. And which I did with the help of my father, who was a historian, based on Du Bois's Black Reconstruction, which, of course, we had in our home. And at the end of that class, she said, Mrs. Berryman was a strong believer in democracy, she said, okay, class, you've heard me and you've heard Eric, now we're going to have a vote on who is correct. I wish I could report that I had swung the tide over in that way, but in fact, every student in the class voted for Mrs. Berryman except my best friend, Neil Kleinman. So ever since then, I felt the need to vindicate Du Bois in some way. But so I wanted to talk briefly, actually, about the book itself and what, you know, it's a long, complicated book. It's not written in the most accessible manner in certain respects. Some of it is beautifully poetic, but a lot of it is very, very detailed, as you all know if you've read it. State by state through the South, which can get a little tedious after a while. So what is Du Bois trying to do in this book, and what are the basic themes?
Produced by Duke University, online at duke.edu.